Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We are officially headed into the first week of season 2, and with a new week, that means, of course, we're gonna see some new updates go live later on this week with the usual weekly update and whatnot. But also, over the course of the past few days, we've actually seen some new updates go live in Warzone, including some very interesting and honestly very entertaining stealth changes that we got to break down as well. As we go through it all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. News, updates, loadouts, tips, you're going to find it all right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. And also my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal is still bumped up to get you 30% off your entire order. They actually just dropped a brand new Uncharted flavor as well. So if you want to grab anything at all from the G Fuel site, code WhosImmortal has you covered. So first things first, let's talk what exactly is going to be happening this week, because outside of the standard playlist update, we also have some interesting gameplay changes coming to Warzone as well, specifically for Caldera. But of course, because it is a new week, that means we're going to see a new playlist update go live on Thursday. It was sort of an interesting past couple of days because the season obviously dropped on a Monday and we saw a playlist update then, but then we didn't see any usual weekly updates obviously last week because of the whole season 2 launch. But we are now back to the regularly scheduled weekly playlist updates, and starting this week on the 24th, the final update for February, we're going to see just Vanguard Royale quads, so no trios, duos, or solos for that. If you want to mess around with Vanguard, obviously with the brand new planes, the Vanguard only weapons, no UAVs and whatnot, that'll be available just for quads. For standard battle royale, we're going to see normal solos, duos, trios, and quads, so all squad sizes for that. Obviously, we can use any Cold War or Modern Warfare or Vanguard weapons there. We got the regular loadout stuff, UAVs are in play, everything's going on as normal there. We're also going to see Vanguard Plunder quads, so again, this is going to be just Vanguard only weapons and operators. If you're trying to level up any Modern Warfare or Cold War weapons, you're not going to be able to do that in Plunder this week. However, we do have Clash 50 versus 50, which is standard Clash, so you can use any weapons you want, and that's honestly really good for weapon XP. If you go in and do like the bounty contract spam, chances are your bounty is going to get completed or poached or whatever it is very quickly, and you just get an insane amount of weapon XP from that. So that's a pretty solid way to go about it as well. So some solid playlists for Caldera, and then it gets even better on Rebirth Island. We're going to have Resurgence duos, trios, and quads. So we get a ton of different modes to choose from this week between Caldera and Rebirth Island. You absolutely love to see it. Now, on top of that, coming with this week's playlist update, we're also going to see the armored transports deployed in Caldera. Now, we talked about these a bit back when Season 2 is first initially revealed, but in case you missed it, this is essentially the Caldera version of the Verdansk train, except there's a whole lot more to it. So basically what the Call of Duty blog says is that armored transport trucks are here in paradise as the Axis deployed multiple vehicles to carry the Nebula 5 gas around Caldera. These unstoppable steel behemoths remotely roll on a set looping path, so just like the train, they're going to go on a set track all across the map. And actually, if you get within a close proximity to the whole like convoy with all the trucks, it actually starts attacking you. It has those AIs. It has 2 machine gun turrets on it, so it'll sort of act like the AI at the chemical factory or in some of the bunkers. They are literally absolute bots. Like, they are, for one, physical bots, like they're not real players, but also they can't aim at all. They miss shots so easy. So it's not really a tough opposition, but they are going to attack you. And then also, as this is roaming around the map, it's going to drop mines behind it in the path as well. So that's something you got to look out for. And if it gets to low health and you're about to destroy it, then air support gets called in as well, and that'll come and attack you. And you'll obviously be able to tell if players are fighting the train because you'll see the air support come in. So there's quite a bit that goes on with this. You obviously can get some loot out of it. It'll drop some brand new items, including a Nebula 5 bomb as well. So it's going to change up gameplay a little bit. It'll be something that is going to draw a lot of attention for sure. So it could be a hot drop off the rip. But definitely something to remember and keep in consideration when you are jumping into Caldera later on this week. Now, over the weekend, we actually got a brand new blog post from Call of Duty regarding the anti-cheat. We got an official anti-cheat update, but at the same time, we also got some stealth changes with the anti-cheat update as well. So basically, if you haven't seen by now, this blog came out, and what they talk about in this is how they identify cheating behavior. They have this whole data collection and mitigation process in-game with the Ricochet anti-cheat. They say it uses several in-game mitigations to reduce the impact of cheating players beyond banning accounts. One of the mitigation techniques that they have is called the damage shield, which I'm sure you guys probably have seen now as we go ahead and describe this. When the server detects a cheater is tampering with the game in real time, it disables the cheater's ability to inflict critical damage on other players. This mitigation leaves the cheater vulnerable to real players and allows Ricochet to collect information about a cheater's system. We track these encounters to ensure there's no possibility for the game to apply a damage shield randomly or by accident, no matter the skill level. So what this is saying is that only cheaters, confirmed cheaters, will be affected by the damage shield. They're saying there is no skill-based hit reg. I've seen this sort of theory going around. It's not a thing. It's just bad servers and bad hit reg on COD. It's been a thing for a decade now. Skill-based hit reg does not exist. The damage shield does though, and it is a incredible, just absolutely phenomenal way to troll cheaters. So if you notice you're flying in and you're getting beamed out of the sky, but your health is like still 99%, you're getting hit by a cheater, you should go right to them and just destroy them and maybe, you know, spray paint their body, teabag a little bit. Let them know that they're very bad at the video game because they deserve that. However, that was not the only thing that was updated with the Ricochet anti-cheat blog here. What they didn't mention is that now in-game, cheaters are actually running into invisible players when Ricochet detects that they're cheating. What it'll do is that when a cheater goes in and is aimbotting and aim hacking and wall hacking, whatever, and the Ricochet anti-cheat detects that, anytime that cheater then goes and shoots a player, they become invisible and their cheats can't, you know, wall hack them anymore. They can't aimbot them anymore. Another way to just embarrass the cheaters. I love it. Not only are they banning these players afterwards, but they're basically toying with them and trolling them in game, which is, I think, utterly hilarious and exactly what the cheaters deserve. It's just karma in the purest form. So yeah, some awesome updates to the anti-cheat and some cool stealth changes that came with that, hopefully to help minimize the cheaters you run into in game. Now quickly to round things out, looking over at the Trello board, which we try and do at least once a week right with the update videos. We didn't see much change here over the past couple of days. However, Raven did acknowledge that they are aware of the issue where weapon camos are not remaining on your guns in game, specifically the Vanguard weapons. You'll put on Diamond, you'll put on the Red Skulls, Atomic, whatever, and then you jump in game and it gets removed, and then you go to put it back on, it gets removed again. It is a current bug. They are aware of that. It should be fixed soon. And then also something I've seen so many comments and tweets about. I myself made a tweet about it and it got a ton of engagement, and I'm not sure why, but apparently a lot of players were interested in it. Those little arrows that were showing up on your screen in game towards the end of last week and over the weekend, you probably noticed them. It was like 4 right arrows and then a dash or something. I could not for the life of me figure out what this was. I was trying to see when it would pop up. Maybe it was when I was close to enemies and it was sort of trying to replicate visual audio. Maybe it was trying to lead me towards the AI in the bunkers. I couldn't figure it out. So I went ahead and asked, and basically what I was told is that this was just a leftover thing that the QA testers and all the bug fixing teams use in the debug environment to help them, you know, spot issues or whatever. It isn't something that has any effect in the live environment. It literally does nothing. It just shows up on the screen. So everyone thinking it was something, it was a clue to an Easter egg or it was telling you where enemies are, not a thing. It literally did absolutely nothing, and it should be fully removed now. I noticed some players were seeing it still, some players weren't. I myself wasn't running into it a ton anymore. So they should have removed that, but just a heads up for everyone wondering what that was, it was just a visual glitch that wasn't supposed to be there. They don't use that in the live server. But yeah, overall, we got a pretty exciting week ahead. Definitely some solid playlists, and I'm also really curious to see what the armored transport does to Caldera gameplay, if the loot is worth it, if it's going to, you know, spice up some areas that maybe weren't super popular before because it's traveling around there. We'll have to see later on this week, but that is going to wrap things up for today. Cool updates coming. We had some cool updates over the weekend. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, you already know every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. News, updates, loadouts, tips, you'll find it all right here. So feel free to sub and click that bell icon. That way you'll always know whenever I post a new video. And as always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code WHosImmortal for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. And the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.